Glad you're with us today for the Retirement Income Show. I'm Mark Elliott here with the CEO and founder of Oak Harvest Financial Group, Troy Sharp. Troy is also a certified financial planner professional. The team is here to help you come up with your retirement success plan as it pertains to retirement. 10 years out, great time to sit down with the team at Oak Harvest and start coming up with a plan. And it gives Troy and the team time to put you in a really good position if they can, if that's possible. If I went in with $30,000 and said, I need to retire and I'm going to retire at 63, I might have some challenges, right? So it's all based on a lot of different things, but Troy and the team at Oak Harvest have the retirement success plan, investment strategies, income strategies, health care, long-term care strategies, tax planning, but being efficient moving forward with taxes. Think about your IRA and 401ks, the traditional side of those. No money's been pulled out tax-wise. So at least by the time you hit 72 years of age, the required minimum distributions will be a factor if you have a ton of money that's in that traditional side of the 401k and the IRA. And then the final part of it is the estate plan. All of this is super important. 10 years out would be a great time to start talking with the team. A lot of you, though, will go 3 months out and say, hey, Troy, I'm going to retire. Or, hey, I just retired. What should I be doing? The more time you give Troy and the team to put your plan together, the retirement success plan together, the better for you. Call the team. They're here to help if they can. 800-822-6434, 800-822-6434. You can always check out the YouTube channel. Over 300 videos the team has put out. Just search Troy Sharp and Oak Harvest. And, of course, you can always go to the website, oakharvestfinancialgroup.com. We're talking about how to manage your money in your pre-retirement phase and your retirement phase. You said earlier one of the greatest things you have is when somebody says, hey, for the next 10 years, I want to take the entire family to the beach. 1 week a year, 10 years.
Yeah, we love when clients spend money. It's why we do our jobs. The cool thing about our company is when we look to hire and bring people on, we want people that are passionate about retirement, passionate about helping people that have a service mindset. So we love when a client says, Troy, I want to do this with my family in retirement. I want to go here. I want to do that. That really pumps us up because it's on us at that point to come up with that plan that gives you the best opportunity to spend that level of income while at the same time, whether markets are up or markets are down, not have the fear that you're going to run out. And that's a big deal because about 3 out of 4 retirees fear running out of money more than they fear death. So when we can put a plan together and we sit across and we go through kind of that final deliverable with you and we say, here's what we've come up with. Here's where your income's going to come from. Here's how we're going to manage the portfolio to reduce risk, to increase growth, whatever it may be. Here's how we're going to pay less tax. Here's what you're going to do for healthcare. And then we're going to have a meeting with your attorney, or we'll provide you a list of attorneys, and we're going to sit down with them to make sure the estate plan that the attorney comes up with is going to be coordinated with the financial plan that we've developed. And that, when we can deliver that, it's one of the most powerful feelings you can get as a financial advisor. And you see just the relief, the shoulders kind of, drop, the smiles, the sometimes tears. It's really one of the best parts of our job. So we call it a retirement success plan because it's not just about all of those elements, the financial planning side of things. It's about understanding who you are, what's important to you, what's important to your family, the kids, and then putting a plan that allows all of that to come to fruition. And that's what true success is. It's not, I have the best stock in my portfolio. That's not success, okay? That's good when you're in the accumulation phase, and if you want to day trade and do all that stuff in your 20s and 30s, and go for it. You start doing that stuff when you get older, you simply widen the gap between more certain success and all these bad outcomes that could possibly happen. So yeah, retirement success, it's understanding your money has a purpose. Everything that you've done in your life up to this point is for a certain purpose. Now that the paychecks have stopped, no more paychecks coming in. It's up to you. Okay, how do you invest? How do you generate interest? How do you protect against significant crashes and the market's going down and still maintain your standard of living? Generate income, pay less tax, healthcare, estate plan. Those are important, and they all need to be working together. And each one of those, let's call it steps in the process and the plan, they have segments, they have little mini steps underneath them. So the investing side, it's not just about managing risk and building the best portfolio. We're looking at, are we investing for growth? Are we investing for dividend? What's your portfolio's capacity for risk? What's your emotional willingness to take risk that's withstand volatility? Each part of the retirement success plan that we put together for you has several subsections. And that's once we get that final plan in place, and it usually takes place over a 3, 4, maybe 5 appointment process. First appointment, get to know you. Second one, typically going through the analysis. Third one, we're answering questions, starting the rollover process, the transferring of assets. Fourth one, we're starting to get things in place, do what we call an allocation meeting. And then that fifth one, we're looking at the whether it's the tax returns we're going to be doing or tax strategies, or sitting down with your attorney, or if you need a list of attorneys that we've worked with in the past that we feel good about, we can provide you that, and then getting that estate plan in place. Once those things are in place and they're in alignment with your values, with your goals, that is true success. Then you can, once the paychecks have stopped, you can feel confident that you have a plan in place that gives you a really good opportunity to sleep at night, rest comfortably, and know that, hey, I've done all I can up to this point to secure my standard of living, and that's what a retirement success plan can do for you. And that's why we want you to give us a call. Sit down, let's go through this process. Let's see if you're a good fit for us and we're a good fit for you. But you have to pick up the phone and reach out to us, and that's 1-800-822-6434. If you give us a call on the weekend, I don't want any employees working. I like my employees at home with their families. So you're going to leave a message. And Frank, who has been here for 12 years, an amazing guy, he's actually taking care of his father. And he had a couple of strokes and spends a lot of time taking care of his father, but he works here full time. Frank's going to be the person that gives you a call back on Monday, and he's just going to talk to you about your situation, understand who you are. He understands what we do through and through. As I said, he's been here for 12 years. Frank's going to give you a call and talk to you and get that visit scheduled, either here at HQ or through Zoom. The phone number to do that is 1-800-822-6434. Check out the YouTube channel. And then, of course, the website is oakharvestfinancialgroup.com.
So to wrap this up, we were talking about how to manage your money in your pre-retirement phase, but also your retirement phase. So you've got just under 4 minutes to go. The retirement phase is different. I mean, it should be a time of hopefully less stress, not more stress. But if you don't really have a plan, it's easy to be really stressed. Boy, do I have enough? And my money lasts as long as I do. My loved ones will be okay if something happens to me. There's so many questions. Touch on the retirement phase and maybe the specific, not get crazy because I'm only giving you less than 4 minutes to do this, but talk about the retirement phase and how it's a little bit different than the distribution or the retirement pre-retirement phase and all of that you've been talking about.
The biggest part is the income plan. Most of the time, if someone comes in here and they're just retired, let's say they have, $800,000 in the 401k, maybe $250,000 in non-IRAs. So somewhere around $1 million, let's say, retiring at 62. I may ask, what's your income plan? Where are you going to take this income from? And I'll get 2 answers typically. If they have an advisor, and sometimes I'll get this answer even if they don't, I'm going to take 4% out, okay? Or maybe it's 3%. Whatever their advisor has told them or whatever they've read online is typically the answer that I'll get to that question. Then I'll follow that up and say, okay, where are you going to take that income from? And then without a doubt, it's kind of a look of, just perplexed, confounded. What do you mean where? My investments, my retirement, retirement. And what I'm referring to is how much are you going to take from the retirement account? How much are you going to take from your non-retirement account? What does that do to your tax return? Are you making the best decision? What does it do to your health insurance premiums? And also, how does that impact you down the road? Meaning 5 years from now, 10 years from now. And of course, that's the analysis that's never done. And I don't care if they have an advisor. I've never seen out of thousands and thousands of people to come through here, any client that has an advisor, that the advisor has done this for them. Maybe they're out there, but this is what we do for every single one of our clients. You need to have this plan in place. It's a specific income strategy, a specific tax plan. You need to know the impact of where your dollars are coming from, why they're coming from there, how it impacts you today, how it impacts you later. And once you start to have those conversations with your advisor, okay, now you're starting to move in the right direction. Now you know you're working with the right firm because questions that need answering are being addressed. So that's the big one. It's the income. Once those paychecks stop, Mark, it's on you. It's on your shoulders to determine how much income to take, when to take that income, where to take it from, to do any conversions, to not do conversions, Social Security. How does that coordinate into the strategy? So without a doubt, the income, the generating income aspect, once you hit that retirement phase, is the most important. Now, just to back up a minute, when we were talking the pre-retirement phase, this is the biggest difference between the pre-retirement phase and the accumulation phase. So pre-retirement, let's call it 10 years before you actually want to retire. Accumulation, everything before that. Retirement, of course, once you no longer have a paycheck. In that pre-retirement phase, the biggest thing you need to be doing is preparing for the income phase in retirement. If you're not preparing, if you're just stuffing all that money inside the retirement account, you're leaving yourself possibly exposed to higher taxes, to inflation, to various scenarios that could happen during your retired years, and you have no protection against them. You have no way to mitigate those risks. Give us a call. Let's sit down. Let's have this conversation. 1-800-822-6434. Visit the YouTube channel, search Oak Harvest, and go to the website, oakharvestfinancialgroup.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Oak Harvest Financial Group, LLC. Oak Harvest Financial Group is an independent financial services firm that helps people create retirement strategies using a variety of insurance and investment products. Investing involves risk, including the loss of principal. Any references to protection benefits or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investment products. Insurance and annuity product guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Oak Harvest Financial Group, LLC is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during this show shall constitute tax or legal advice. You should speak to a qualified professional before making any decisions about your personal situation. We are not affiliated with the U.S. government or any governmental agency. This radio show is a paid placement.